the Jacksonville Jaguars are one of the few teams that had 3 or more receivers that had over 700 yards. In this video, man, I want to break down who I think is going to be the lead receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars this upcoming 2026 season. Let's go.
I'm terrific, I'm finessing in that kitchen, dead Fisher. Dope yellow color, something like or Indiana Pacers or Reggie Miller. I'm in that bit like a man.
So when you look at this thing, man, the Jacksonville Jaguars was one of the few teams outside of Dallas Cowboys, and I forget the other team on top of my head, that had receivers 3 or more that had over 700 receiving yards. And that's very important because that's a hard trait to do. And that tells a lot about Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence and how they've expanded this offense. And I want to talk about how I think that one of these receivers are going to rise to become the wide receiver 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But it's hard to tell because all these guys all possess certain traits that are elite for this Jacksonville Jaguars team that makes them special. So let's talk about Parker Washington. Parker Washington is a guy that was a 6th-round draft pick. He rose through the ranks, and every year this guy has gotten better. I mean, you just see him just putting in the work. When you look at a guy like Parker Washington, man, he's fast. He can get off and he can create separation. One thing I like about Parker Washington is he ain't scared to go up and get the ball, man. And he got some for sure hands. And Parker Washington is slowly becoming one of the more elite wide receivers in the game. Now, we got to see what he do next year in a full spell capacity, what he does. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from Parker Washington, and I think this guy is going to take a next step in the Liam Cohen offense, and I think he could be potentially a Pro Bowl caliber player this upcoming season. So let's talk about another guy, and let's talk about Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr., we know he had an outstanding rookie season, and he looked like he was one of them boys, like he was one of them ones like a Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson. He seemed like that his rookie season, the way he did, because he was one of the few rookies who put up over 1,100 receiving yards. And then when you just look at how he had last season, man, the drops. It just seemed like something mentally wasn't there with him, like it wasn't clicking. Now, to his defense, a lot of people forget, though, that a lot of the time on the field he had last year with the person that was playing quarterback was Mac Jones. So, in my opinion, I think that had a little bit to do with some of the chemistry issues with him and Trevor Lawrence. And I think they'll work through that this year. And I think they'll be able to get on court a lot faster and better than they did last year, man. And I think, Brian Thomas could be our guy, like the guy that stretched the field, man. I mean, when you look at his size, his speed, he's our deep threat. And I think he can continue to grow into that role and be one of the guys in this league that could be a fear factor like a Justin Jefferson or a guy like A.J. Brown type guy. Like, he has that potential to be a elite wide receiver, man. I mean, this guy, what he showed that first year, man, we all thought the next year he was just going to take the next step. He did have a rookie sophomore slump. But I do think this year it's a bounce back year. And I can see him getting about, anywhere between 800 to say maybe like 1,000 yards receiving this year. Buying that, Trevor Lawrence as well take the next step. And lastly, and the final wide receiver I want to talk about is Jakobi Meyers. Now, this guy right here was the spark plug to this offense last year. He came in right away and was an instant impact. And he recorded over 835 receiving yards to finish off the season. And I think this guy right here is going to be the glue guy as far as the wide receivers. He's the veteran. He's going to get these guys like Brian Thomas, Parker Washington. He's going to get these guys. He's going to get these guys open looks, man. Because a lot of teams going to be drawing their attention to Jakobi Meyers because he's the guy that they know that is the one that gets this thing started as far as in the slot. So I think that with Jakobi Meyers, that he will still get off, but it'll be more of a mentor role, more kind of helping push these young receivers in this receiver room. So I say all that to say, in the round up my video, I feel like if I had to choose one wide receiver that I think is going to be the wide receiver 1 going to the upcoming season. And I'm going to go with Parker Washington. I think Parker Washington is going to be the wide receiver 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. I think, just with him being on the roster longer than most of the wide receivers in his wide receiver room, I feel like this is his year to show and prove that he is that dog. And I think he's going to be the wide receiver 1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, man. But get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. If you think of someone else, do you think it's Brian Thomas? Do you think it's Jakobi Meyers? Or, hey, maybe one of the rookies that we got, like Josh Cameron. Get in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. It's your boy Joe, man. Thank you, guys. Support all the love you give it to me on the channel, man. And I love you guys. Peace.